What's up, guys? PSGINT here, back with another PSG show slash podcast. I'm with your boy Zaidi.
Started.
I'm with your boy Not Your Daddy
Kevin, yes.
and Georgios.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good, guys. So PSG versus Lille. I mean, it's a win in the end. It's 3 points. We're still first, comfortably first. And even that Lille aren't that good in league this season, they still have great players, and of course they want to win or at least get a point against us. We won it in the end, dramatic win, but having one dramatic 2-3 in a season is good. But having too many, it's not good. It means that we cannot win games comfortably. We need, at the end, when the other team is tired and everything, for us to score a goal. What do you have to say about the game?
Wait, look at this, right? To be honest, I don't really care about the result in this fixture, to be honest, right? The reason why we're actually talking about this in the first place is because the roster that we have, we should be dominating this shit, right? Not even Lille. We should be dominating the entire Europe. Yeah.
Yeah.
The roster that we have, people should be actually scared of the name PSG when they face us. This is not that PSG, right? This is far, far from that PSG, right? And that is just absurd. When you have this sort of team, when you have this roster, Lille should be least of your concerns. But in the game, it wasn't about, we came out winning. It was that even before they scored the goal against us, right? And after, we didn't we can actually score against Lille. And that's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous for me.
Yeah. So someone else has opinion?
Okay. The thing we have to consider is that a lot of players, there were a lot of late signings this summer. Later on, so during the preparation period, they weren't there, and then I know Poch isn't playing exactly well, but we can't blame him for this, because he takes adjustment. The team is we just have 11 individuals, so that there is no chemistry. There's no link, nothing. They're just we can't just expect them to all of a sudden play together.
Yeah.
No, wait. Who's responsible for the chemistry there?
No one's responsible. It builds over time. That's how chemistry works. You have to play with each other for months and build chemistry.
You have to. Someone has to build this chemistry. That chemistry.
What do you mean build? What do you mean build?
Yeah, in training.
How do you
What's the training
build?
for? What's the training for? What is the
It takes
entire
time.
week?
You can't just rush it like that. What do you mean build? You can't just it's not a bloody building or something that you can build in a day or two. It takes time to build chemistry.
A day or two? It's 10 games down. In the league, that's 10 games down. What
Okay.
are you talking about?
So the question here is, how much time does a manager need to get to chemistry? So Zaidi, you think that he has had the time enough to see improvement in the chemistry?
He has any improvement. There has been none.
I'll tell you.
Since the Manchester City match, right? We have been declining. Yeah, if we were going above and we were building up on it, yeah, sure, I would say okay, yeah, fine, we're going there, we're going somewhere. But when it's going down, when it's going the opposite fucking way, yeah, we can't just say we have to just wait for it. We don't have time to wait for it, right? What are you gonna do? Wait another year till Messi is more old and Neymar is more depressed and Mbappe is gone? Is it that time to actually get build the team? Yeah, we don't have time, right?
Yeah.
We don't have we can't wait for more time on this, right? We don't have the time to actually build a Tottenham or Arsenal or Barcelona or anything like that. We need to win the Champions League now.
Like he said, it's now or never. I think because we have a pretty aging squad. We brought in many players with great experience on winning the Champions League, just to win us the Champions League. The performances that we put in have not been great.
Yeah.
Like we are 3 months in the season, and we are talking about the team coming together and glowing. Like, how is that possible? Three
Yeah, and
months into the seasons, also having preseason as well. So how are we expecting this team to go against a Leipzig in their stadium and not get battered from chances created by them?
agree, 100% agree. Yeah, and I hate this, and I hate this excuse, right? They're like, oh, we need like time for this, like like to actually build up chemistry, and these players are too big to be a handle or something like that. Okay, let's not just say handle, right? Let's use another word that resembles handle. How about manage?
Like, the guys are
Right? Like,
professional. They've done it for 15 years. Some of them
yeah,
are 13 years into football.
yeah.
They are professionals who they're not
No,
kids to be
whose job
managed.
is it? Whose job is it to manage? How about the fucking manager, right? Isn't it his job to actually like handle these players and make connection between them? Like, who else is supposed to be responsible for this shit?
I mean, it's his tactics to let them link up together, to create the tactics so it's good for everyone to play well together. So of course he's the manager.
Yeah, and he's not doing his job. That's the thing. Like, look at this. Look, I don't. The last guy we were talking about, he was really praising Pochettino for this. I don't know why we're praising Pochettino for anything. Yeah, what has he done? He had 5 years in Tottenham, right? Building up, making chemistry. What the fuck did he win?
He
Nothing.
didn't win anything, but he did take that bullshit team to UCL final. Like that's
Yeah,
pretty huge. Like
bullshit.
to
No,
take
okay.
Spurs,
Bullshit
it's a
team to
crap
UCL
squad.
final, right? To be honest,
Yeah.
if you watch that UCL, right, semifinals against Ajax, Ajax was the better team. He got lucky.
He didn't get luck. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
sure.
he got fucking lucky. And he was so lucky, he was crying the fact that he even managed to get to the finals.
Okay.
Like, we don't need that in PSG. We need to win it. We don't need to just get into finals. We need to win it.
Anyway, we are not going to sack Poch. Like okay, like let's see. Like he's playing like what his tactics are not good. I agree. Okay, but the fact that he gets a result by that, like we could stay over here and argue, but he's not going anywhere because look at this. Like when the management, like not Poch, like when our board looks at it, Poch is leading on League One. Like clearly, like by what 12 points. We are top of the Champions League. What do you say? The bloody table, right? We are favorites to win the UCL. One of them, like it's just us, Bayern and City. Among
Wait,
them,
that's
Bayern
very
and
honest.
City play better football. Let me
Our,
complete.
our, our initial, yeah, go ahead.
Bayern and City play better football, but we have arguably the better squad, you know. And like we are not going to sack Poch just because he's not playing well. Like he gets the result. So like us arguing about it, it's useless. You understand what I'm saying? Zidane, like we can't just sack him because he's not playing well.
So
You
what
know,
should we should just praise him for it then?
not praise him. That's no point. That's what I'm saying. They are not going to sack him. Like yesterday, Leonardo had this press, and he said we are not going to sack him. They clearly are not going to sack him. So like, what's the point of arguing? Yes, his tactics are not good enough for our PSG. Like we are not doing as good as we expected us to do. But due to the sole fact that he gets the results, like we are clear on top. We have like what 10 points to like second position. Like we are so clear, and then we are topping the what group of death in the Champions League, like Leipzig, Man City, PSG, and what Brugge. This is the group of death, and we are topping the table. So he clearly isn't going anywhere. Like we could sit over here, watch out,
Yeah.
this and that. We could
Wait,
rant
wait.
all we want, but he ain't going anywhere.
But the thing
First of
is,
all,
wh-
yeah,
wh-
go ahead.
yeah, the thing is, why are we top of the Champions League? Why are we comfortable in League One? It's not because of the miracle tactics of Pochettino. It's mostly down that we have such a good team. It's nearly impossible to lose games. I mean, you can put anyone in on the bench instead of Pochettino, and he will have the exact same result. He's not impacting how we are playing. It's our players that are impacting. They are getting us the wins. It's Di Maria, it's Neymar, it's Messi, it's Mbappe, it's Hakimi, it's Marquinhos. It's these players that are getting us the win. One last thing. When have you ever, after a PSG game, clapped your hands and said, "This was a Pochettino masterclass"? Or you have said, "Mbappe was amazing today"? You always talk about the players.
Man City game, I guess.
Just pleasure to watch nowadays. It's almost embarrassing to have a squad like this and struggle against the Ligue 1 teams and expect to win the Champions League next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all,
win the Champions League.
this group we are in, is not the group of death. All right, let's get that clear. It's not the group of death. Right? It's nowhere near that level. Right? And second of all, the board knows, right, that we don't care about the domestic title. Even the board knows that. We didn't get Messi for the domestic titles. Right? We didn't spend that much money on our wages to win the domestic title. They know we got it for the Champions League. They want it, we want it, everyone knows it. Right? And you would be fooled to think that after these performances in the league, yeah, we're going to perform well in the Champions League. One bad result can kick Pochettino out.
But what's that bad performance? Even if we say we win against Leipzig and then we go on to lose against City, we're still going through. So the thing is, I don't see Pochettino getting sacked.
It's not about losing. It's how you lose that kicks you out.
No matter how bad we lose, we definitely ain't going out of the group stage because, like, look at this. Leipzig isn't that great of a team. Like, ever since 2019, they haven't been good. Like, they perform well in the Bundesliga because of the squad they have. They have an average squad with average players, but they have many average players. So they have consistency.
I think Nasser knows. He knows what's going on. He's silent about it, but he knows what's going on. He's waiting for that, like the big fall.
If we get slaughtered like Man United did get like against like Liverpool, and if we get slaughtered against Leipzig, maybe. Right? Maybe like
not against Leipzig. If we get slaughtered against Man City, right, at their home, yeah, Poch is out.
Yo, but here's
the thing. Won't go out. Like, what do you think? Like, the board ain't going to kick him out because he lost to Man City like that.
Because the entire team, the reason we built the team was to win the Champions League.
No, you don't understand how the board works.
In Champions League,
you can't just like kick this guy out because he had one bad result. Like, look at all his results. Like, I know he isn't performing, but like, look at it from the point of view of the board. Like, not from you. You're not the one who's running the club. Look at it from the point of view of the board, and see, like, he isn't going out. Like, no matter what we say, he ain't going to go because he like, as PSG said, you know, we have so much good individual players that we have got many results this season. Right, like last moment, like from Di Maria, that Neymar pass, like pretty much Wijnaldum, he was shit, you know. But like most of our players did not play well that game against Lille. But like just because Neymar, Di Maria, and and all these players, those like few players, they played well. Marquinhos played well, and just because of that, we won the game. See, then like that, we are getting the result.
I don't know about whether it's going to happen or not, right? Because Zidane rumors have already been starting, right, as of right now, right? I don't know if it's going to happen, but the thing is, it needs to happen. That's what we're discussing here.
Yeah.
Right? We're here to discuss not whether it's going to happen, but it needs to happen. He needs to be out.
If we want something, that doesn't mean it should happen, you know. Like,
it's not. We're not discussing that. We're not discussing is he going to go out, right? Like, we're discussing should he be out and who's the right replacement. That's what we're discussing. It may not happen, but we need to come to understanding and a mutual understanding about what's going on in PSG, what are the tactics being used, what can we do to fix it.
So, all right. So, if you are Nasser at this moment or the PSG board, you see how we play and you see the results. How long and what do you wait for to sack him? What's the final drop?
Here's the thing.
A bad
Nasser
UCL.
doesn't need a bad result to sack anyone. Like we won at Old Trafford 3-2 last year. Manchester United, we've won them in their home, and in a week, Tuchel was gone. Yes, they had a dispute, but like Nasser doesn't need anything.
Yeah, but that's not
Not
because of
from results.
performances. It's because he had a dispute. You
The
know,
point
not
is,
because-
the point is, on little things, it doesn't matter if you're on the top of the league or not. On little things, you could be out. So we
that's a
don't know if
personal
he's gonna be
difference.
out.
That is- Oh
It's
yeah,
yeah, so it's a personal decision. If NASA finds, yeah, that we're not able to win the Champions League, yeah, if we're spending that our wages and we cannot win it, he can instantly make a decision to kick this guy out.
But what's he waiting for? Is he waiting for?
A bad UCL result.
Well,
I'd give him till Christmas, to be honest.
do you guys
you know.
think that Nasser and Leonardo and the PSG board are thinking, wait just a little bit, we may see the improvements, we may. Do you think that's what they're thinking right now?
I think they're thinking the same thing we're thinking. Like they want the Champions League, right? So they're like, do whatever you want in the domestic side, right? If you fuck up in the Champions League, you're out.
It only takes one
What
game.
I think is that, as yesterday's Leonardo's press conference, he did do an interview. So, like, he trusts Pochettino. You know, like there is a mutual trust between them, and I don't like there is pressure from the media and pressure from the fans to like remove Pochettino. Like a lot of PSG fans are like against Pochettino right now, and so there is pressure for Leonardo to like look for change. That's why these Zidane rumors have like surfaced. It just doesn't come out of nowhere. There is pressure for him, to look into a better manager. But like unless he gets like a really bad result, or like unless we lose like a few matches in a row, like I don't see him like them doing anything.
Look. Here's the thing. You remember the last time I was here on the podcast,
Yeah.
right? I actually said, right? I was on the stance that we shouldn't be too quick to judgment on Poch. Didn't I say that?
Yeah. So what's
Right?
changed?
And I said and I said if you're building up to a chemistry, to a better chemistry, then I'm fine with it, right? Poch can do it. I agree with you. Like fine. Like Poch can do it. But when I see the opposite fucking result, right? That we instead of improving, we're actually declining. Yeah, that's not a good fucking sign. There's no building up. There's no waiting for chemistry anymore.
So, should we all stick to what you said, that we should wait until the Christmas break? Because right now we aren't at the moment where we can risk anything. We're top of the league. We will probably go through the Champions League group either as first place or second place. So keeping Poch until Christmas isn't a risk.
Like, can I say this one thing?
Yeah?
Like, if
sure.
we sack Pochettino right now, it does more bad than good. Like, consider this: we had him for what, 10 months now, yeah, and then like now, like come Christmas, like he isn't doing that well, but he's still giving us results, right? We sack him, right? We are going like, yeah, no, piss off, you're done. Like we sack him, we sign someone. What? We sign Zidane. Like, then again, he isn't going to instantly start performing well. No coach ever like starts performing instantly. Like how do you get him to, like,
Here's the thing. Zidane came in the middle of the season in Real Madrid and won the Champions League.
how was his latest spell? Like he got sacked. He came back to Real again. How well?
No,
did he do that?
Zidane never got sacked. He left mutual consent.
Yeah. Exactly.
He
No, that's what I meant to say. Yeah.
First of all, Zidane came. If you're talking about Zidane, right? If you're moving to Zidane right now, okay, let's just think about Zidane, right? He came in the middle of the season, right? After the previous coach was dismissed, right? Right, dead center in the middle. Won the Champions League. Won the Champions League the following year, and won the Champions League after that as well. 3 consecutive Champions League.
Yeah, but
Right? And you might say, oh, he's a fraud. He's a fraud. You know what? Real Madrid had a very good roster. Then what the fuck are we? Right?
we don't have chemistry. Look at their squad. They were playing over there for like years. They have chemistry. We don't have chemistry. That's the thing. They're like most of their players were academy players Carvajal, all those
But
players
here's
are
the
like
thing,
academy players.
you know how hard it is for a player, for a team, no matter how good their chemistry is, to win 3 Champions League in a row. Right? No team other than Real Madrid has won 2 Champions League in a row. Right? Once you win a Champions League, it's probably done. Like you don't have the motivation to do it. There was a manager who was there, who had the winning mentality, right, to push the players for it. And not only that, if Zidane comes, it also means Mbappe stays.
How?
I don't think you understand Mbappe how
Zidane
big
comes, that
Mbappe is.
doesn't mean Mbappe stays, okay? Mbappe
You
doesn't
have
want to
no
go
idea.
to Real Madrid to
You
play.
have no idea how big of a fan Mbappe is of Zidane.
Yeah, but he's a bigger fan of Real Madrid, you know. His
No,
dream
he's
is
not.
not
He's
to
a
play
bigger
for
fan of
Zidane.
Zidane.
His dream is to play for Real Madrid. That's what it is. Like,
No,
just because Zidane comes, that
his
doesn't mean
dream.
like, look
I
at this.
think he said
Messi
it. He
came.
wants to
Messi
play under
saying,
Zidane. I think he said it in an interview like 2 years ago that he wants to play
Yeah,
under Zidane.
Zidane is his hero. He's his international hero.
yeah, but
Yeah,
that
he's so
doesn't mean he'll stay.
it makes it's a higher probability.
Okay, okay.
Don't you
Look at this.
understand that?
Okay, it's a higher probability, but look at this. Considering the squad we had, he still wanted to play for Real Madrid this season. Okay, like look at Real Madrid. They were nowhere near as good as us, right? And he was pushing for that move.
Yeah,
When Zidane was there.
Bro, here's the thing. There's a higher probability that Zidane can convince Mbappe to stay with him, and Mbappe does want to play for Zidane, right? And if we get a chance, if we get even a slight chance that the future best player in the world, right, gets to actually play for us, we should actually fucking take it.
Like Mbappe is 22 or something. Like if he signs a short-term contract for 2 or 3 years, he'll be 24, 25 when he leaves, like for Real Madrid. So he will still be young to have minimum like 9 years at Real. So there's no problem in sacrificing 3 years to play under his idol.
Yeah, but that's not his priority, right? Like I understand what you're saying. I agree with you. Like he could
It's not his
easily
priority right now under
He doesn't
Pochettino, under this team.
about what we want, right? He doesn't care about us. What he wants is to play for Real Madrid, and he have been very vocal about it. Like, let's not forget.
I'm saying he's a fan of Zidane and he wants to play
No,
for
no.
Zidane.
Listen. What we can say is that everyone should agree on is that if Zidane joins PSG, the possibility of an Mbappe extension is high.
Exactly.
That what we can agree on, all right?
Exactly. Yeah, and it's a positive.
And it's a positive for the other players, like they like especially players like Ramos and Navas who have been under Zidane.
Yeah,
who know how
so
it
yeah,
is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's getting really toxic with Pochettino, and
Really fucking
I really want. For me, the only thing I want is an improvement. Like really, I don't care about Pochettino, but if he makes us play better, I'm happy having him. I'm happy him leading us our first Champions League trophy. But show us that you are worth that.
I'm not biased against him. I was for him like last time. I was for him like, yeah, if I see result, if I see something in the fucking team, right? Something that resembles a fucking team that can actually score, because oh my fucking god, we should be scoring 8 fucking goals, right? The kind of fucking roster that we have. And if I'm seeing the opposite result, if I'm seeing declining, that there's definitely something, nothing wrong with the fucking players, because they're all performing with other managers that in the international teams and all that, right?
Yeah,
if they're not only performing here, then the problem is not the fucking players, it's the fucking manager.
Also, like too many positions, like we got players and we are not playing in them in the right positions. Like for example, Neymar and all, we are not utilizing him to his most. Or Messi or Di Maria. Like Mbappe, he's a striker and then he could run and they like tap it in. So that's the only reason he's doing well. But like all the other players, we are not using them perfectly. So yeah, that I agree with. Like other managers are utilizing our players better.
Yes, some people even say, "Oh, you want to play beautiful football," and this. It's not about playing beautiful football. It's about playing working football. Like whenever I see a PSG match, like
Domination.
if we look at Liverpool,
Domination.
if we look at Liverpool, they like to keep the ball, take it to the wing, cross it in. Barcelona, their system, their plan was passing the ball as close to the goal and then taking a shot. But with Pochettino, I don't see a system, I don't see a plan, and I don't think either the PSG players see that. The PSG players, they just get on their field and then they start freestyling. That's why Neymar and Di Maria and Messi and all of these guys dribble, because they don't know what to do with the ball.
Yeah. I guess with Pochettino, it's like counter-attack, set pieces. It's like, God bless.
I don't know what it is.
Like,
To be honest, I can't tell what the fuck is he doing. I don't know what
That's
the
a
plan
It's
is.
very minimum on the playing time. Like, you get 90 minutes of football, you'll get 7 or 8 counter attacks, and you probably get 2 free kicks. If you're depending on them, then you're not gonna win the match.
Yeah, that's it. Like counter-attacks
Especially
and
depending, especially conceding a goal per game.
Yeah.
yeah, we haven't had much clean sheets, have we?
No, I think we counted it last time. I think we have had 5 clean sheets.
Five,
in like
five.
20 games, no, like 16
Yeah,
games.
in league. I don't know about I don't remember Champions League, but in league, yeah, we have 5.
I'll blame our defense for that. Our defense is not that great. Like yesterday's game, it had more holes. Like our defense is not that great. Like we have on paper a good defense, but the fact that Messi, Neymar, Di Maria, Mbappe, all these players playing up, and then like Verratti, he's often injured, but we have Guy or Herrera, and then we are playing just 2 center backs with 2 wing fullback sort of players who's more offensive minded. Is leaving us vulnerable on the back, and like that's the main reason we are conceding goals.
Yep.
Both our goalkeepers are doing very well. They can only do so much, right? Like even yesterday's game, like they could only do so much. There's not much they could have done about the goals they concede. Our defense, like we need more players behind. Like we should play a 3 at back. Like if I was.
Yeah, that's common sense.
We have to, yeah.
But
Something like that,
my counter argument against that is, if someone remembers the game against Liverpool when we won 2-1 at home, we played with Cavani, Neymar, Di Maria, and Mbappe, so 4 attackers. And I know Cavani is a very hard-working attacker, like compared to Messi, but we played with them and only Verratti as a midfielder. And Liverpool literally had 1 shot, and it was the penalty. So so we can still play with Messi, who doesn't maybe press as much as other attackers, and dominate games. For me, it's about the defensive structure.
Yeah, but with that game, we played with essentially 3 at back with Thiago Silva, Kimpembe, Marquinhos, right? Like that's why we did not have that much shots on target, because we had 3 defenders. You see, like Liverpool plays high pressing football, and then that doesn't work against a 3 at back because they can't pass around near the D box, right? And that's the reason they couldn't score much goals. Like I just pulled it up, and like we played 3 at back that game.
Yeah, we did. Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, and then Kerrer and Bernat.
Here's the thing. We have extraordinary players, right? Top world-class players in our back and our front, right? Any team, any opposition that comes against us knows that our weak point is the mid, right? That's our weak point. And they're overcrowded, right? So we need to dominate them on that section first, right? Anyone with a half a brain can fucking see that.
To be honest, we need to play a midfielder.
Yeah.
Like our midfield isn't good.
We discussed that before. Like the other guy was like saying, like, yeah, why are you going so harsh on the midfield? Like that's our weak point. That's the only weak point we have.
Yeah, that's where most of the ball is supposed to be, and that's our like biggest weakness right now.
Yeah, that's what we need. The thing is, I need a proper from Pochettino. I need a proper fucking plan. Because right now, if I see all the games that we have actually played, I can't think of any proper plan that we have and how it's been executed. Right? Whatever plan he hasn't been executed well. Right? In no game whatsoever. Right? First we thought in Manchester City we were just playing counter attack and we were just playing very defensively. Then we start conceding like hell in every other game. So it's of course it's not defensively. Then what the fuck is it? right? It's not possession play. It's not counter-attacking. What is it? I don't know.
It is counter-attacking. It's
Pochettino
not
knows.
possession. It's
Yeah,
counter-attacking
so
football.
Just to make a comment on
it's
this, just to make some comments, in the midfield is where the game is won or lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
no,
midfield,
no, not
our
exactly.
problem.
For example,
That's
in the
complete.
Liverpool example, right? Liverpool usually go from the side, or they actually like Premier League. What they do is like completely ignore the midfield and all that. And we made a good decision not to actually overcrowd the midfield, but the attack and the defense to actually counter attack properly there, right? That's
Actually, no,
I
you're
can see.
wrong over there. Liverpool plays possession and high press
But
football, and like their midfield is one of
that
their
time,
most important thing. They don't play counter attack. Like I watch Liverpool.
not at
Don't
that
say
time,
that.
not at that time, not at
Like,
that time.
have you seen their midfield? They have Fabinho for
Yeah,
defensive balance. They have Henderson, and then they have Keita for
I'm not
offensive
talking
and
about. I'm not
defensive
talking about
work.
right
They
now.
have,
I'm not talking
yeah,
about right
like
now. I'm talking about before when
no,
we won 2-1
Liverpool have
against them.
always been about high press possession football. Like,
Not
don't
that.
say like they didn't overcrowd in the front and stuff like that. They always play possessive, high pressure football.
Bro, Atletico Madrid did made the same like tactics against them and beat them.
Who?
Atletico Madrid. That's how they beat Liverpool.
You know, Atletico Madrid is like what plays like seven at back. You know, with two defensive
Yeah,
midfielders and then five fucking
attacking.
defenders. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it
they
was
all their
counter-attacking.
goals were counter attacks. You know that, right?
Hmm?
All their goals were counter attacks with like
That's what I'm saying. It's counter-attacking. That's what I said PSG did. That's what I said Atletico Madrid did. And it
that's
was
exactly what we
executed
are doing
properly.
too. What's exactly what PSG is doing to all their goals are like counter attack and individual brilliance. We are not playing like Barcelona or Man City does. We are not keeping the ball and like
No. Right now, it's not counter. Okay, it's barely any counter attacking. For counter attacking, you need to have proper defensive position, right? If you're conceding goals, it's not counter attacking.
oh dear. All our goals are counter attack goals and individual brilliance goals. We are not playing proper football. We are not like build up goals. We have none of them. Alright?
No, no,
We are
it's
not
not a proper football or not. Counter attacking is part of proper football. Like, yeah, that's a good tactic if it's executed properly. It's not being executed properly.
Yeah. Uh, let's
Just
move.
to finish on my comments that I did
Yeah.
previously, in the midfield, you need to have midfielders with a defining role. Like yesterday, we didn't have that. Like I saw Gay pressing the central defender when Neymar and all the attackers were back, and also the City game, we won that because of Verratti.
yeah.
Due to his defensive and ball carrying efforts, we won that game. And in our midfield that we had yesterday and have most of the time because Verratti rarely plays,
It was
is
also good though.
yeah, it's because we need to have like a ball receiver, a ball carrier, and a defensive mid, and one that can create, and one that can defend properly,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Fabinho type of
I said the
a
last time as
Fabinho
well.
type of player to control that
Yeah.
zone in the
Yeah.
midfield and help the central defenders,
Mm.
and
I
also
said
have
before that we need a CDM. We need a proper CDM. Yeah, a proper pivot in the
and
team that
also have a
actually. Yeah.
supporter to Verratti. So when he gets pressed, because most of the press comes on Verratti, because if Verratti can't move the ball forward, then we are not dangerous.
Handicap. Yeah.
We need someone to support Verratti in that midfield, so as to get more forward and have more chances.
Yeah.
That's the whole narrative behind our problems, I think.
The thing with our midfield is that we are too dependent on variety. It's like Chelsea with Kante and Liverpool with Fabinho. These players are what provide balance to our teams. And the difference between Fabinho, Kante, and Verratti is that Verratti gets injured very often. He haven't played 50% of the games for PSG since he have signed. Like that's an actual statistic, right? And then he's a brilliant player and he's what carries our midfield. But we need to sign someone who's not. There's I don't think there could be anyone as good as him to do that work. But
Like
we need to sign someone to
in
like
the
provide
summer,
that
we need
balance.
a Pogba type of player and another midfielder
Not
CDM.
Pogba. Pogba too offensive minded. We need someone a bit more defensive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but we need that
Yeah.
player to help Verratti get that ball out of the midfield and onto the attackers.
That's what CDMs are for. That's you don't need an offensive midfield
Yeah, but Pogba's
minded
not a
player for that.
CDM.
Yeah, Pogba's not a CDM. Yeah, Pogba is not the right option.
No,
No.
Pogba is definitely not a CDM. I'm talking
We
about the
need
center
maybe
mid
like a
on the free roam there to control the midfield with Verratti, so he takes off the pressure of the too much pressure on Verratti, which can unlock
Look,
the two
we need
wingers.
we need a CDM, right? We need a CDM that can actually like extinguish the attack of the opposition, take the
who can
ball
keep the
and
ball.
like,
Keep the ball.
for example, in Barcelona, for example, like we're not getting him, but for example, Busquets. We need a Busquets there.
We need a Kessie or a Aouar, that type of player. Like who can keep the ball too, like not just like play.
Yeah.
Like look at Verratti, like
We
three,
need
four
another
players will be
Verratti
marking
basically.
him.
We need another
You know?
Verratti in there.
Yeah. I think Aouar would be like the closest thing we like. He's the best thing like we could get because like just like Verratti, like under pressure he could keep the ball. Like I've seen him play, like 3, 4 players mark Verratti. Like when he plays in the midfield, like we all see against Man City, like Rodri and everyone was on him, but he still kept the ball. Like we need someone who could keep the ball and pass it forward. So yeah.
Yeah.
Look, at this point, it's not about even. To be honest, it's not even about needing a new player anymore, right? It's about you can if you have this roster, like any good manager can work this roster even if he doesn't have a proper CDM, right? If the tactics are right. Right? If the tactics are right, you don't even need a new player. This is good enough to win the Champions League. This roster is good
Okay,
enough
no.
to win the Champions League.
Also, can I something like okay, like let's ignore Verratti since he doesn't play most of our games. Like okay, let's consider Verratti as not a PSG player. Who is our midfield then? Right, we have Gay, Herrera, and Paredes. Do you think it's good enough to win a UCL?
Our midfield would be yesterday's midfield. That's our midfield.
Yeah, exactly. It's
If
not
we
good
didn't
enough to
have
win the
Verratti.
UCL. Like without Verratti, like if you look at it, Gay, not he's a good player, but he's like forms. Paredes, like good passing, but not a UCL winning player. Like the Real Madrid team you said had Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro.
Oh,
Yeah.
their midfield was strong.
You can
Their
you can
midfield was
see the
strong.
same things and relate with the United problem that they don't have a CDM and the structure is completely fucked.
Yeah. Without Verratti, we have no one who's good enough to be in that midfield. Like it's not a quad. Look at a forward. We have Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. Is it even like remotely as good our midfield? Like Herrera and Gay. It's not. It's not.
No.
It's not a UCL winning. We need a
Midfield is not at the caliber of the rest of the squad. No. Yeah.
It's not a. It's
You're right
not
on
good
that.
enough.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm saying. Like every opposition can see our fucking weak point. That's the midfield. Every opposition can see that.
Yeah.
And they're not worried about PSG. That's the point.
Yeah. All right. Moving on from the Pochettino slander, we're going to the game yesterday. So this was the lineup, of course. How Wijnaldum? I mean, you guys talked about midfield reinforcements and so on. I think that Leonardo and Nasser maybe believed too much in Wijnaldum. They thought that
Definitely.
he would come in, help Verratti, and be able to replace him when Verratti is injured. But he has been the opposite. I mean,
No way.
he doesn't even play ahead of Danilo Pereira.
He's a 30-year-old. How do you expect him to replace Verratti?
No,
what happened
not
with
to replace.
Wijnaldum?
I mean, at least when Verratti is injured, he can fill that role better than other players.
Okay, interesting
No.
stat. He had one forward pass yesterday. Wijnaldum.
Oh, it's at least an improvement.
Yeah, he had one forward pass and it was to Neymar. That's it. Nothing else. Like he played a long time. He played like what? I guess he played the whole game. I did not see him because he did not make mistakes, but at the same time he was so defensive. Oh my god, he was so shit. Like one forward pass.
Like
Actually, in the previous game, actually in the previous game, he actually played better though. Like
Yeah, better.
Wijnaldum.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely.
in Marseille, he
he's
actually.
not good enough. Still not
Yeah,
good
yeah,
enough.
not good enough. Yeah, I want him to build up to it. Yeah, definitely,
I guess why
definitely.
we still play Wijnaldum is that Pochettino wanted him when he was in Spurs. Like they were heavily linked, but Liverpool just wouldn't let him go. When he came to PSG, you know what? Pochettino really likes Wijnaldum for some reason, and he signed him. And like it was a mistake, and I guess he realizes it too. But like we can't say like we doubled his salary, you know, because that's what Pochettino wanted this player. Like he prioritized Wijnaldum, right? And then like we have got him, and then like the board looks at him like, yeah, okay, do something with him now. And then that may be the reason. Otherwise, he's useless. Like I'd rather have a bucket in my midfield than like Wijnaldum.
Because
You
his
know?
playstyle is like, rather than releasing the pressure, he invites it with backwards passes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because then their midfielders press us, and we have nobody to pass the ball, and we just give it away. Either we make a mistake or we just shoot it in
It's just
wherever it
inviting
lands.
pressure, you know. Like especially when you play against attacking teams, like backward passes are not the way to go.
Like if we had him in our midfield against Leipzig on our home win, like we wouldn't have won that game. No, there's
Yeah.
no way we'll have won that game
Yeah.
if we had him in that
I
midfield.
think the fucking wanker thinks he's still in Liverpool.
In Liverpool, he used to play that CM center midfield position. Who had to like the thing with him was that in Liverpool they had Van Dijk, Trent, and Robbo who are like good with the long balls, and that's one of the like things they do, right? Long ball forward and make Mane and Salah run, right?
In
But like
Liverpool, their
over here we have
defense is more
Castro.
secure than us. That's why
Yeah,
he had a free role to go forward or come back or go sideways. He had a free roam in that midfield because he knew he had Fabinho, he had Joe Gomez or Matip, and he had Van Dijk behind him. So he had that free role to support with Henderson the two fullbacks that were flying forward. And then Salah and Mane were closing in on the striker, and Firmino was back at the camera, and he had that free space to work there. But in PSG, you don't have that because our defense is weak. Plus, we have three forwards that are not the best at tracking back. Like I appreciate Neymar
we had
for
two
some
fullbacks.
but like that should not be his priority, and that's why Wijnaldum is so weak in this PSG side.
Oh, by the way, mate. On the photo, like Di Maria was supposed to be on the right wing. Messi's in the middle.
No. I know. I mean, when I look at this, I only look at the formation, and I'm still wondering how can it be so clear to every PSG fan and every neutral fan who watches PSG that a three at the back suits much more the players we have than a four at the back. And how Pochettino doesn't see it, he must be blind. He must be blind.
Last year
He
we
is
also
blind.
played a three at the back at the end of the season with Danilo, Kimpembe, and Marquinhos at center back. So I don't know why he doesn't do it now.
Last game also we played three at the back like towards the end, and that's
But
when we
if Ramos
won.
comes back,
Yeah, Danilo plays
if
at the back
Ramos
by the end.
if Ramos comes back and this wanker still fucking plays four at the back, he's fucking done. He's fucking done. Yeah, get the fuck off. Yeah, like yeah. After that, there's no coming back.
Also, just like Verratti, you know, he won't be there that often. Like they both are like getting like injured so often, so I wouldn't like rely on him much.
Yeah, I
Like to
wouldn't
be
count
honest,
on
my
him
top
either.
three center backs at PSG would be Danilo, Kimpembe, and Marquinhos. Like I wouldn't like count Ramos in that often.
No,
We don't rely on him.
we will see how good he is when he comes back. I mean,
Not
it's still a
saying he
question
wouldn't be
mark.
good. I'm
Important.
saying that he wouldn't play as often. You know, like we shouldn't like rely on him like we rely on Neymar and Mbappe.
Imagine that Ramos actually had a massive discomfort back in August, and what, like it's November now, and he didn't
Yeah.
even play a game. He had a massive
Shock the
discomfort
doctor. Yeah.
in late August.
Yeah.
Imagine if he gets injured on the pitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
We shouldn't rely on Ramos.
It's really hard to injure Ramos. It's really hard to injure Ramos. To be very fucking honest, it's very fucking hard to
He
injure
gets
Ramos.
injured on the pitch.
Yeah, I think there's less chance of that. Plus, Ramos is a very commanding. He's a very commanding presence on the pitch as well. Like he's a very good leader, and he can actually like manage the back line with Marquinhos and Ramos back. He can actually make a lot of impact. So I don't believe in saying like, oh, just because he's old and all that, like, yeah, he can't have an impact. He absolutely can. Ramos is a good fucking leader. He's a good
Yeah, of
fucking
course,
leader.
of course.
No,
Like
that's not
those
what
are
I'm
the
saying. I'm
qualities
just saying
that
that
we
we
lost with
shouldn't rely
Thiago
on.
last year.
Yeah,
We shouldn't
like, I
rely
mean,
on him. I'm just saying, even if you have Ramos and you're still playing four back, you're fucking done, mate. You're fucking finished. Right? You have no fucking brain. Get the fuck off.
Like we could see a 4-3-3 with Marquinhos as a DM, and it becomes a three at the back in transition. But yeah,
also, like playing Marquinhos as a DM is like a very good thing considering the like the long balls he puts in. Like he's actually very good at that.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah. So like otherwise it's either 4-3-3 with Marquinhos as a DM or 5-2-3 with wingers who pulls like centralizes with Hakimi and Nuno as wing backs and three at back. You know, those are our two best formations that we can do.
Yeah.
You know, there's one more example of a manager who actually did well just enough and just relied on like individual brilliance to get certain points, but absolutely bottle in the fucking UCL. You know who it is?
Who?
on tape.
Valverde.
It's the
Fucking Valverde.
it's the resurrected version of Valverde, Pochettino.
It's fucking Valverde. Get in the. So someone wake up the fucking PSG board. Get in the fuck off, man. Like what the hell? Like he's exactly like Valverde.
Not exactly, they have certain differences, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that they play it simple and safe. Like against the big oppositions, he always parks the bus because he's scared of going at bigger teams.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous.
No, we give
At
match
different
ratings.
Match ratings from the game.
Yeah,
I can bring them up. 1 second. PSG versus Lille. PSG versus Lille. Alright, lineups. PSG. So Donnarumma got a 6.9. Do you agree, guys?
Not really. He did.
No,
he had
no,
two world-class saves.
At
Like
least.
he kept us in the game.
But the thing is, SofaScore, the ratings are garbage. It's like if a goalkeeper doesn't save a penalty or something, he doesn't get a good rating.
Yeah.
Tilo
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, continue.
yeah. He did actually very well. I would say he was one of the best players on our pitch because he had two saves which were like most of the goalkeepers would have
Absolutely
let that in, you know.
definitely a man of the match contender because we'll be 3-0 at the 20th minute if we didn't have him.
Yeah, he had
He made those saves.
he had 2 saves, both coming from inside the box. He had 3 out of 3 runs out. So yeah,
He's keeping Poch in a job, to be honest.
yeah, that's what every player's role. I mean, Messi's role isn't being a cam or creating; it's keeping Pochettino in the job. That's every player's role.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Messi has been doing that for a long time, mate.
Yeah.
He's good at it now.
He's used to it. Tilo Kerrer 6.4.
Okay, Tilak are shit. Okay, like I don't know what he does. Like he somehow ends up at the center forward position. I don't know how anyone else noticed that. Like he's a right back. Yeah, no, he's a right back, and then like majority of the game he plays as the bloody center forward. Like I'll be like, what's he doing over there? And he'll just stand over there, and then he'll just like just do some blocks and he'll lose the ball.
Yeah,
I don't know what he does over there.
How the fuck did we get to a semi-final last year with Bakker and Kerr and Florencia at the wing-back position?
Dagba as well.
It's a miracle by itself.
And stuff. Yeah, it was just individual brilliance in it. Like that. Remember Atlanta? That last minute clutch from Neymar, Chupo, and Mbappe. Not Mbappe. Neymar and Chupo. Like,
Choupo-Moting.
The GOAT.
Yeah, we need him back. If we had Choupo-Moting, we're winning Champions League easily.
Yeah, we don't need Icardi.
Marquinhos.
He scored twice against us last year.
Yeah.
Back defender.
Marquinhos got
Best
7.9. I
He
expected
deserved 8.5.
I expected more because he had a good game. Plus he scored from as a centre back.
Yeah, Marquinhos must be much higher, bro. Come on, man. Keep what it's like level in the game.
He got 3 clearances, 1 blocked shot, 1 interception, 1 tackle, areas duels, 3 out of 3. I mean, what is he like 185 and he wins every header.
I know, right? It's his jumping and timing, you know?
Marquinhos' mentality. The mentality of Marquinhos is unfucking believable. This player is extraordinary.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And who was talking?
Any team would love to have him. Any fucking team
he
would
would
love
go
to have
into
him.
every. I put him ahead of Van Dijk, especially this Van Dijk after injury.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He could be the next fucking Ramos. Not the red card Ramos, but like the leader Ramos.
Yeah.
Now, in the right now, it's just him, and I would say maybe Ruben Diaz.
Yeah,
who's,
but
like,
he's
best in
clear
the
of
world
him.
right now. Yeah, it's just Marquinhos and Ruben Diaz.
Ruben Diaz, yeah.
I don't see
Absolutely.
many players that will die for the badge, and Marquinhos is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
He'll die for the badge.
And who talked about
Definitely.
long balls? Marquinhos long balls before?
Mimi.
He had 6 out of 7 long balls completed.
I know, right? He's just so good and so underrated. Like, I don't know, people don't appreciate him enough.
Yeah. I think most why he's so complete, it's when Tuchel played him as a midfielder often. Because now Marquinhos, he's so comfortable with the ball. So
You know what? I won't actually compare him to Ramos. I would actually compare him to Puyol.
and
I
Thiago
would compare him
Silva.
to Thiago Silva, to be honest.
Thiago
he's
Silva as
more
well.
of- Yeah. Thiago Silva sort of.
Also,
you know.
I'm talking about
Not
his
exactly,
mentality.
but he learned of Thiago Silva. You know, he came to PSG from at a young age, and then like he got to learn from Thiago Silva. Like, look at Varane, he got to learn of Ramos, and that's one of the reasons he's so good. He got to learn of Thiago Silva, and most of his aspects are like similar to Thiago Silva's. You know, the tackling, the heading, you know, or the timing, the running. Yeah, he's very good.
Just something out of topic for a bit.
Marquinhos can do no wrong.
Yeah,
Just something out of topic for a bit.
consistency is also really good. Like, that's hard to find in a defender.
Never does a mistake. Never.
Yeah.
Never, absolutely
Rarely.
never seen him. He's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing, world class player.
Kimpembe got 6.7.
Nah, definitely more. Definitely more.
No.
I don't think that they watch the games. These sofa scorers.
Yeah,
They sit on the sofa.
I think the overall like the performance of the team, they're basing it off that.
I think it's computer generated, so I don't think like anyone's behind that. And like anyway, I think it's just they're just looking at the stats and they're like, okay, here you go, 7.9.
Yeah.
Take it.
Juan Bernat, same things, 6.7.
Yeah, he wasn't that great. Like, I don't think he shouldn't have started.
I put him up in the same position.
You know, he came off an injury. He shouldn't have started. He should have came off as a sub, and then like make his way into the first team. I don't think we should have started him this game.
Yeah, but he has played. He played against Montpellier. I know it was a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah, you know how the rating is fucked when they put Bernard and Kambam in the same fucking league. Like, no way.
Wijnaldum 7 and Idrissa
my
Gueye.
God.
Idrissa Gueye is 6.9. If you
Oh
look,
my
if you
God.
look at the stats, it says that Wijnaldum was better than Messi, Idrissa Gueye, Juan Bernat, Presnel Kimpembe, Thilo Kerrer, and Gianluigi
I'll tell you
Donnarumma.
this thing, okay, yesterday at one point, okay, Neymar was like the only source of like any creativity at one point of the game, and Wijnaldum and Messi had more ratings than him. And I tweeted this out, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then everyone was like, "Neymar's the only player who's playing well," you know, like with the running and the passing and all that. And Wijnaldum had more rating than him.
Yeah,
I was like, "What's going on?"
It says that he had 2 key passes and created 1 big chance.
He had
What
one
big
pass forward.
chance?
How is the
What
one
big
pass
chance?
He had one single pass forward, and I don't know what this key pass thing is. He had one single pass forward. He got 7.
Donkey.
Fucking joke, mate. Fucking joke.
Other ratings are, let us see, Danilo Pereira 7.2. So they say he was the best midfielder yesterday.
Yeah, he played as a more of a CDM sort of thing. I think, yeah, he was the best midfielder, I would say.
Yeah, probably was. Made some good forward passes as well.
He had
Out of
some
the
blocks.
three, yeah.
Yeah, he had some blocks. Like I remember the shot which he bounced off his knee, which would I don't think Gianluigi would have seen coming because of the crowd.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good block.
Lionel Messi 6.6.
Wait. City lose to at home.
Yeah,
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 and
that's the
Liverpool bottled as well. That was what that was gonna tell you previously, but you were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
yeah, City's losing. Yeah, but I wouldn't count
What
on
the-
it. Like teams lose all the time. Like Bayern lost against Mönchengladbach, and
Yeah, but
today
they
came
lost
with
5-0.
Real.
They lost to
5-0.
Crystal Palace. They lost to Crystal Palace at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens to teams. Like it happens to teams. We lost to some shit team. Like I don't even remember their name. Like who did we lose to?
Ren.
Not at
At
home, but we lost 2-0.
Ren.
Yeah, but not at home, brother. Like not against Crystal fucking Palace.
Yeah, plus Ren are much better than Crystal Palace. I mean, Ren are playing in
Yeah,
conference.
man, it's fucking Crystal Palace. They should be at the relegation side, man.
Yeah. Chelsea are winning
but-
the Premier League because they have the consistency.
Crystal Palace is 13 in the fucking league there, bro.
I think Liverpool would win it. I don't know. I just have a hunch. They don't have like
No,
the
no,
depth
from-
in
yeah,
squad,
from-
but yeah.
Yeah,
Chelsea is on top.
they just drew
Chelsea's
to
on
Brighton.
top.
They just drew to Brighton 2-2. So
Yeah, they just drew to Brighton. Chelsea is winning right now by 25. It's 25. Liverpool is 22 right now.
Yeah, Chelsea defeated Newcastle 3-0.
yeah.
Yeah.
Neymar 7.7. I mean,
Kill them, man.
how
Just kill them. Man had
how?
an assist and a pre-assist. Okay.
Yeah.
The man had an assist.
Just uninstall the app, bro. They don't watch our games.
Yeah,
They
it's just
definitely
computer
don't watch
generated.
our
Right?
games. Just
Neymar
change
had an
the app.
assist and a pre-assist, and he was the best player on the pitch.
Easily.
Easily, like offensively, he did contribute defensively. I don't even know what these guys are on about. He had an assist and a pre-assist and only 7.7.
To be honest, Neymar, I don't know if he's executing every single like attack well, but I can see that anyone can fucking see that he's trying really fucking hard.
Man had no help. What do you expect with him, man? Like he had no help. Like did you see how isolated he was? Like they know who all to mark. Like they know Messi isn't particularly playing well, and they know Neymar is like our best player right now.
Yeah.
So they're like marking him like with 5-6 players. He got tackled in like the first 5 minutes. He got like tackled twice, like fouled twice. Like from the behind. So like they know who to like, obviously they have managers and tactics, so they know who to like watch over. And he had no help. Like there was this point where he was at the corner, like at the corner of the like their post, and he had no one, so he just had to like dribble it around and he had to pass it back to
I remember.
Bernard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So he has no help.
and the last one is Di Maria 8.7.
Yeah, deserved. That's about it.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah,
All right.
he's been a good player.
Moving on to more, we talk in depth about players. We talked about him, Neymar. I mean, like most of us PSG fans, when Neymar wasn't that good in the beginning, we all knew that Neymar will come back soon, because a lot of season he starts off like this and then bangs, and it's only one game, of course. We need to see him consistently play this way, but I think
Actually, he played really well for Brazil, so this might be the start of something.
yeah.
Very well for Brazil.
How would you, if you giving him a rating from 1 out of 10?
I'll
I would give him
probably
9.
give him an 8.7 as well.
8.7. Yeah,
If he could
Sam.
finish more, I would give him 10. But at the moment, I would give him 9.
Okay. Next player is Lionel Messi. I mean, he was brought off injured and so on, but this even now in the 10 role, he didn't work that well.
I think he's
What's
one
the
player we
problem
would
with
have to
Messi?
give more time, because
Yeah,
he's
he needs to get back
20
in
years or
position.
something in, like Barcelona, and then he doesn't play outside. So it's a new thing. It's not like all the other players who have played for like 3 or 4 clubs.
Mm.
It's his first club outside Barcelona, and then I
Yeah,
think we should give him
and
a bit more time. To like
also you
prove
can
him.
see because Liga is a very physical league.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
Neymar needed like minimum 2 seasons to develop,
Mm.
like physically, so he don't get injured all the time.
Mm,
So I expect that from Messi like a bit sooner, maybe,
yeah.
hopefully.
I'd give him more
Look,
time.
I'm a Messi fan. I'm a fucking huge Messi fucking fan, and I would rate him 6.7 in this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No,
I
you
mean,
you
he
have to
didn't
you
do
have to be
something.
critical, and of course,
Yeah. When you're bad, you're bad. Like you're in a game, I'm not saying you're a bad player, but if you're doing bad in a game, you're doing bad in a game. I'm not fucking biased in this shit. I need a better performance. Like
Yeah.
6.7, yeah.
yeah.
I would give him a 5, to be honest. Like there are places he could have. I don't know. Like his positioning wasn't that great. Like I would say, like there are
No, he
some
was.
passes he could have received if he was in a different position. Maybe that goes to the coach because he doesn't come off that right wing much often.
I
Like
think
we
five is a
all
bit
say
too
it.
low. I think 5 is a bit too low. Like he was still doing a lot of good fucking things. He was still dribbling. He was still fucking trying. It wasn't executed well. Sure, fine,
No,
whatever.
like
But
if you look
like,
at his statistics, like from yesterday, he played really bad. He had like 0 shots,
Yeah, but
like
but but, but
zero
like
through balls. Yeah.
giving a player a 5 rating, he needs to at least make a mistake leading to a goal. Like the
No, like
benchmark.
he didn't perform well
five
at
is a
like
little bit too fucking bad, dude. Like, to be very fucking, and I'm completely being unbiased here. I'm not being a Messi fucking fan here, but that is too fucking low. I would
I
at least
guess
give
I
it
could pull it out.
6.5 or 6 or somewhere around there.
Like his statistics. I'm just like trying to pull it out. Like it wasn't bad. It was like really bad. That's why I gave him 5. Like I like Messi. I want him to do well, but like I did not rate him yesterday at all. Like he played better against Leipzig than he played yesterday against Lille.
We're not comparing it to other games. We're just comparing it to like his
I'm
performance
just
in
saying
this game,
I'm just
the
saying
45
how.
minutes he played. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I understand you're saying he played badly. I'm not saying he played good. He played fucking badly, but 5 too fucking low, bro. No, no
Yeah.
way.
Next player is Angel Di Maria. I mean, a player that never talks. Imagine being Di
Amazing.
Maria. So you're a world class player. You're at the
Amazing,
last year of the
hardworking,
contract.
amazing, hardworking, talented, still trying, like giving his all. Like,
No.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I got it. Yeah. Shots 2, shots on target 0, key passes 1, dribbles 0, dispossessed 1. Negative ones. Okay, that's ones. Yeah, that's the statistic I'm talking. It's not good, dribble 0. Like the thing we expect from Messi is to dribble forward and like get. That's why the 5. Like this is a statistics from yesterday. 2 shots, none on target, 1 key pass, 0 dribbles. Like 0
Yeah, but
dribbles. That's
but the thing is, if you look at Messi against City, when everyone hyped him, he only had like 2 shots. So Messi had, I mean, Messi so far in his PSG career, he has become a moments player. So he
Yeah.
isn't the player who was at Barca, like 10 chances created, 10 dribbles, 10 this, 10 that.
Yeah,
Now,
but the team didn't around him
plus,
anymore.
the reason why he doesn't have a dribble was because he wasn't playing that back anymore, right? He was actually playing really fucking forward. You don't remember his fucking like volley that came to him. He fucking missed a shot. It went a little bit wide, but he was in a good position to actually do it. He was actually playing it a sort of like a striker position. So that's why there's 0 fucking dribbles there, right? So, but he was in a good position. He was trying to attack. He was making good passes.
yeah.
Yeah, he have
Fucking
0
fire.
ground duels 1 and 0 fouls 1 and yeah, 1 key pass and he got subbed off at halftime. Like maybe if we gave him the second half, like if he wasn't injured, maybe
Yeah.
he would have done well. But yeah,
Yeah,
like
he
that's
he
a
did
5
nothing wrong.
performance.
He did nothing.
That's a 5 performance if you ask me. Like you don't need to
No,
make
that's
a
not a five
mistake.
performance.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
you
my
do.
personal
Yeah, you
opinion.
do. Yeah, you do. You need to get a 5 rating. Yeah, you do. You do need to make a fucking mistake for a 5 rating.
Yeah, it's my personal opinion. So yeah,
No.
like
Listen,
if I
guys. There's nothing wrong having different opinions. Like this is football. It's a very opinionated sport. So it's okay. And last player. Oh no, Bernat. We talked about him before. Kimpembe. Do you see
Probably an
him?
8.
The
Probably
thing,
an
the
8.
thing is, we can't take so much away from only one game, and
Yeah.
same can be said for Messi. But yeah,
Yeah, true.
we,
But we are discussing the ratings at this
The
game,
game,
right?
yeah,
We
yeah,
just
yeah,
have to
yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah,
this
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
The
Right. So
overall
yeah,
thing
he
about
was just
Kimpembe is that he's a really good defender, but he's full of mistakes. Unless he plays with a really good defender like a Marquinhos, like if we play him with Keher, he's absolute trash.
Yeah.
But when we play him with Marquinhos, who's more commanding and more vocal, he plays much better. He's a very good defender, but he's full of mistakes.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
Kimpembe.
basically you can summarize it like this. He's developing. He's in the
in this
process of
stage.
proper development.
Yeah, the thing with
Right.
Kimpembe is his prime came in the 1920 Champions League campaign when he played in the three at the back. Why? Because he plays risky football. And
Yeah,
a
yeah.
risky centre back can't play in a two at the back. He needs to play at the three at the back. Because then Kimpembe is crazy. He runs at defenders. He makes them scared with his height, with his strength. And a three at the back, of course, suits him more. A three at the back suits Marquinhos more. A three at the back suits Hakimi more. A three at the back suits Nunes more. Three at the back suits everyone more. So the question
That's why we're crying for it.
yeah, I mean, everyone is doing it. Everyone is saying, and the thing is, Pochettino, he's teasing us against Leipzig when he took in Danilo. He played the three at the back. He's teasing us.
We were
You know what
pretty good at
actually
that 20
said
minutes.
in the after interview? You know what he actually fucking said? I couldn't fucking believe my fucking ears when I fucking heard this. He actually said like, "Oh yeah, we didn't play as well as we did, as we should be playing, or maybe we did. I don't really know. Like what the fuck? Like who's supposed to fucking know? Are you playing good or not? Like what? Like you don't fucking know if you played good or not.
Yeah.
Like I see this
That's what
pattern
he
with
actually
these
fucking said.
coaches. I don't know if it's like being a coach, like with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, with Pochettino, all these. They usually don't know what's going on. No, it's not because they're clueless. They're also like they have grown up with the game. They're like ex-players. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, for some reason they just don't seem to understand. Like we might be saying all these tactics, and it might be the best option forward, but they just don't seem to get it.
The thing that worries me is that like us, not footballing expert people, see these kind of things and he doesn't. That's what
Yeah, it's
is
worrying.
worrying me
Yeah.
because
Maybe it's
everyone
an
can
ego
see.
thing too. Like he's a footballer and he's like, oh, I have been playing for what, 20 years. I've been coaching this team and that team. Like, what do they know? These kids, maybe that's what goes through his mind. Who knows? But yeah,
Yeah.
if I were him, I would have been playing a 3 at back a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Pochettino's situation right now, he shouldn't be thinking, he shouldn't be thinking arrogantly because he's the one under pressure. We guys on Twitter that say play a three at the back, we're not under pressure. We just want our team to win. Whilst Pochettino, he's the one that can be without a job in a matter of seconds.
We don't want our team to win. We want our team to fucking dominate.
Yeah.
Right? We need to dominate the fucking opponent. We need to make them fucking scared.
To be honest,
Right?
I think Conte would do a better job, like considering he plays 5 at back. It's his main
Yeah.
formation. So, like, he would be. I don't know. It's a personal opinion, but I think he would suit us more. Yeah, the football would be not like pragmatic, but at the same time, he dominates and he always gets results. He's a proven winner, not at Euro, but he have been known for getting results, and like he's a.
I'll go with Zidane. I'll go with Zidane.
All right.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Good transition into the topic. Zinedine Zidane. Yeah, go on.
Fucking perfect manager for us. Perfect manager for this year. This fucking year to win the UCL. Perfect manager for us. At the right time, at the right place.
If Ramos comes back and he doesn't use a three at the back, in the first game that Ramos comes back, I think that's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. I think it's done for
Man,
everyone.
that's the name of
Now-
fucking
Because
now
there's
I
no
can excuse
excuses.
him.
Yeah.
I can excuse him because he doesn't have Ramos, but if he has Ramos and plays a four at the back, like he's finished. For me, he's finished.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah, but what if when Ramos is injured? Like we know Danilo, but he won't play Danilo at centre back. I don't know why he doesn't play. Like
No,
Danilo
but-
plays.
but the thing with Pochettino, we're not saying play every game three at the back, even if it doesn't work. We're just saying try it out. It may be better. Pochettino doesn't like trying stuff. Like Messi, it took him how many games? 10 games to play him in the middle? 10 games!
Yeah.
But coming back to the topic, Zinedine Zidane, right?
Yeah.
First of all, he has had the history, and it's proven that he can come in the middle and actually win the UCL, right?
Yeah.
Second of all, his priority as a PSG and the players and the rest of the squad is the same as ours. That's to win the UCL. He has won it before, and also the fact that he has the capability of handling big players, top like Galacticos players, right? At a team, he knows how to handle them. He
Yeah.
knows how to
Yeah.
keep them
Yeah.
in line. He knows how to motivate them. Not only that, there's also a possibility, higher probability of Mbappe staying because of Zinedine Zidane. So that's why I say he's the perfect manager for right now in
One
PSG.
question I
And
have.
he also won the Champions League with an aging squad three times back to back.
Yeah,
And
and these were veteran developed players, right? He knows
Literally
how to
aging
handle
squad.
them.
It was like at the perfect age, like 28, average age.
he won it when Ronaldo was 33.
Yeah, but his midfield was like 30, 20,
Yeah,
that area,
and they
and
didn't
his
run a
defense
lot.
too.
He,
Yeah, like
he had he had a 31-year-old Modric, a 20-year-old Cruz, and a 27-year-old Casemiro.
yeah,
If he had that squad, and he had Ramos, who was 32, 33 almost. He had Varane and Marcelo with Carvajal, and it was Navas at keeper.
the thing we had to consider also is that these were the players' primes too. Like
Yeah,
Ronaldo prime was under Zidane, and like all these players played the best under Zidane. So yeah, I guess I'm like split between Zidane and Conte. Like the only reason I would pick Conte is because he plays five at back, and then
The
he
thing is,
could.
we need a. The thing is, with Conte and Zidane, I don't know. Like, there's a higher probability. Like, Conte could actually lead us to the fucking UCL, but Zidane is a proven fucking legend in this fucking scenario. In the situation we are in, especially,
Uh,
right?
Yeah.
Zidane is a proven fucking manager in this
but
position.
the reality
That's why
is
I would
that
pick.
Zidane is looking out for the France job, not our job. Like the PSG job is not his priority. His priority is the France job. Like he's waiting for that 2022 World Cup to come,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe if France do badly, he knows like he can be the next France manager. So
Just the World Cup, he's closely monitoring the friendlies too.
yeah, that
Like
I think
what's going on right
that's
now in
one
the
of the
World Cup
reasons.
qualifier. Yeah,
Like
he's
that's
not
one of the
accepted a
reasons why
job.
he left the Real at a point, because the reason he left Real basically was because he was waiting out for the France job, and because he was not protected by the Spanish media. That's the
Yeah,
two reasons that he left.
and the
Man
uh,
just
reason
won the
right
Nations
now
League.
too is that he
Man just won
doesn't
the
want
Nations
to
League. Why
join
would this
PSG.
second?
guys, I have a
Yeah, he
question.
does. Go on.
Do you see any negative stuff or any negative point with Zidane replacing Pochettino? So be critic. I want to see if there is, or is it 100% positive getting
There is a
Zidane?
possibility. There is a
I think it's
possibility
good
that we get a Zidane. We get a Zidane that came back to Real Madrid afterwards. There is a slight possibility
Yeah, but
that.
even that Zidane, I would say, is better than Pochettino.
Yeah, it's better
I
than
think that would be
Pochettino, but here's the thing. It might go badly for us this season, which is absolutely critical for us.
yeah,
Right, this season is absolutely critical. So it might go wrong for this season. So there is a slight possibility, but that's very fucking slight.
yeah.
The
I
point
think
is, this guy knows how to get UCL. He knows what mentality it takes. He knows how to motivate players. He knows how to train them for that fucking thing. He cherry picks his fucking matches to play well. Yeah, sure, but that's what we fucking need right now. Right? We need to play well in the UCL. We need to win the fucking UCL. This is the fucking year. This is the right fucking time. This now or fucking never. We're not gonna get better than this, and in the near fucking future.
Zidane usually
Anyone can fucking see that.
Zidane usually plays a 4-3-3. So if we think about the PSG, it would be like I think he would maybe start Navas more than Donnarumma with
Yeah,
him having
yeah.
history. But at Real Madrid, he always played with Carvajal as right back. So he had Marcelo as an attacking fullback, and then he had Carvajal as a defending. So we may see that PSG him playing maybe Hakimi at right back. The thing is, Nunmenj, he is attacking,
I don't know.
but he is
To be honest,
amazing at defending. Yeah, Conche?
yeah. To be honest, I don't know how he's gonna fucking play, right? Because he only did it with one team at the
Yeah.
moment, right? So I don't really know if he's getting a different type of squad, how will he perform, or how will he set up his formation and all that kind of stuff, right? So I don't know if he's gonna play four in the back. He did it with that team, and it worked with Real Madrid. I don't know if it will work at PSG if he comes there and he's like, oh, I'm gonna play this same fucking system. I don't think Zidane would do that.
Yeah.
Plus also it's
Right.
changed, It's not like how we are used to playing under Zidane. It would be completely different. So yeah, I don't think it would work that well.
Yeah, but the conclusion is that there's no point on defending Pochettino anymore, right? If you are a Pochettino fan and you're like supporting him or whatever, or trying to defend him, I don't care if he's your fucking lost dad, your mom, your fucking grandma, or whatever the fuck, right? But this fucking banker needs to go.
I think it's more of a desperation to get Pochettino out than Zidane, to be honest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because when I think about Zidane, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't see a defining play style. Like, if I get Conte, I know what I'm getting. If I get Mourinho, I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
With Zidane, I'm don't have the clear head to know
I know
what
what I know what I'm getting. I know what I'm getting. I'm getting a winning mentality.
Yeah, we have the winning mentality, but it's unclear because he've only done it with one team. And yeah, they had a super squad, but it's a different team, PSG and that Real Madrid.
He had he had a super squad and he handled them. That's the
Yeah.
point. He came in the middle of the fucking season and
Yeah,
he
but it's a
handled that
gamble.
fucking shit.
It's a gamble, Like it's
No,
a
it's
gamble.
not.
Like
It's
right now we have an alibi. It's working. Like even it might not be perfect. It's not the best. Like it's not what we want it to be, but it's working. But like right now, is it a gamble that we want to take? Like I don't know. It's
It's
too much of a
more.
risk.
It's more. In his history, it's more proven than the other managers that are available.
It's
right
more
now.
about the players having respect for Zidane. Like Zidane is definitely gonna be more respected than Pochettino is. Definitely,
Yeah,
also
yeah,
by
yeah.
the club, by the media, by everyone, especially in France,
Yeah.
because of the things
Either way,
he's done.
we need to buy. We need to get a coach who could like keep the personalities under control. The main problem we saw under Unai Emery, Thomas Tuchel, all these coaches is that we had a lot of personalities in the dressing room, and the one thing we definitely will get from like both Conte and I guess Zidane is that
Exactly. That's the
they
biggest
could keep
issue
them
of
under
getting
control.
Galacticos. That's
You
the
know, like
that's the biggest issue of getting Galacticos. That's what I was saying. That's the biggest issue of getting Galacticos. You can't handle that, and not many managers can handle that big of a fucking squad, that big of a fucking names in the same fucking dressing room. Zidane can. He has done that. He has proven that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And what you said about taking a risk, I think those are talking about more. Always when you, in the middle of a season, you sack a manager to get someone in, it's always a risk. So they are not talking about it's a risk going from Pochettino to Zidane. It's a risk sacking a manager mid-season, and maybe the whole dressing room it starts like chaos and stuff. But
So yeah, but Zidane is the least risky one of them all because he's actually come in the middle of the season and actually done it.
yeah, but if you look at most times when a manager comes in mid-season,
it usually doesn't work. That's
yeah,
what
yeah, yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah. But
It's a big risk.
but as you all said, right now it's a risk that most PSG fans are ready to take.
Yeah, because it's more risky. It's more risky to keep Pochettino and waste a critical year.
Yeah, because we have
Actually-
already given him so much time, and
Yeah,
There's-
exactly.
yeah,
It's not the earliest start of the season where you can go like, oh, it's developing. No, it's not
Can I
fucking
say something?
developing, bro.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
sure.
fans are willing to take this risk, but we have to consider the board. Like we are not the ones who make the decision. We can only do so much as pressure the board, like which is exactly what we are all doing now with all the Poch out, all that stuff. But like when the board look at the situation, okay, like look at this from a board's point. Like we are winning all the fixtures, right? We are not losing much. Like even like it's not good football. It's not. We are not dominating. Like that's what we wanted to do, right? We are not dominating, but we are winning the games. We are top of everything. Like we defeated Man City 2-0. Like we are doing well, and then like when they look at this, like we have to, like from their point of view, like we have nothing to lose. We can say all the stuff, but they lose money, right? So when they look at it, they have to pay the severance to Poch, right? Like you can't just sack him. We have to give him the money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we had to do the contract negotiations, all that stuff. We had to get Zidane in. We had to pay. We had to make him a contract, and then when he comes in, there still this risk is there. Like anyone who has anything to do with football would know that like bringing a manager in like mid-year is a huge risk to take, and most of the time it doesn't work, right? So like, and when they look at it like from their point of view, I don't think they'll think it's worth it. Like from their point of view, they're looking everything is working right now, and they like
I don't know if that is the case. To be honest, I'm not in the. I can telepathically like fucking read their fucking minds, like what the fuck they're thinking. But what I can say is that they know, the board knows, and the president knows, right, that we need to win the UCL. That was the main point of it. That's the main objective, right? And this will translate what our performance is against Lille and before that and Marseille and all that. This will translate in the UCL. And once
we
it
just
does,
defeated
once
the
we get
biggest
that result,
contender. We just defeated like the biggest what do you say, one of the favorites for the UCL 2-0.
I'm saying the performance will like translate into the UCL. If it translates into the UCL, right, and we suffer an incredible loss there, he's out.
I mean, like it would take more than one loss. I think like it would take like
No, no,
two
no.
losses
In
or three
UCL,
losses.
because UCL is the priority, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Domestic isn't a priority.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. In the UCL, maybe two loss. Like I don't think after one loss they would directly sack him.
Depends on the loss. Depends on the loss and how it's done.
And I don't think if it's like if we make it past the group stage, like if it's past Christmas, there's no sacking him. Like I'll tell you this: if it's time to sack him, it's before Christmas, because after Christmas, if we sack him, let's say we lose
Other boards,
round of
other
16,
boards of other clubs. Yeah.
yeah. Let's say if it's the round of 16 and we are playing, let's say we are playing Bayern, right? And then we lose the first leg, and they're not going to sack him mid fixture, right?
No,
He has
then it's not gonna happen. Then it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah, after that point, they are not going to sack him. They'll like
Yeah,
look for
round
something
of 16
extra.
afterwards, it's never gonna happen. If it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen in the group stages.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Definitely, I agree with you on that point. Right? But here's the thing: like, if we do lose against Man City or something like that, and Bruges again, right? And Club Bruges is doing pretty fucking well. And if we are playing like this, right, we're definitely losing that, right? And
We are losing
if
against
we do
Man
lose
City if
that,
we play
he's
like this,
fucking
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And you can't compare PSG situation to other clubs and other like board members, right? We're not in the same situation as they are, right? We're not depending on just this one fucking season, one critical season where we have to win the UCL, right? It's a different situation. So I don't know what they're thinking right now, but there is a possibility if we lose a few games or have an incredibly bad loss, even in a single game in UCL, not in the league, in the UCL,
No, I was just talking from a
he
business point
could
of
be
view.
out.
In the end of the day, they are all businessmen, and that's how they think. So I just like that was what I said before was just from a business point of view. And the thing we have to consider is that the next two UCL games against City and Leipzig is away games. So I don't
Yeah.
know how we. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know we won the home games, but
They
I
would
wouldn't.
they would probably do
Well,
a similar thing.
even Club Brugge is a big game. Even after Man City, like Club Brugge is a fucking big game. Even if you win against Leipzig and we lose against City and Bruges, it could still happen.
Yeah, they will probably do the same as they did to Tuchel. So they will wait until Christmas. Do they see that they have given enough time to Poch and no improvements, and Zidane is open to the PSG job? Then they would switch. If they say that either Zidane doesn't want to come,
I heard
and
this news. No, I heard the news like a few hours before this podcast, actually, that Zidane was actually rumors were going around, and you should take it with a grain of fucking a huge fucking grain of fucking salt, though. But I heard this rumor that yeah, Zidane was actually like would be accepting the
Yeah,
role of
yeah, yeah.
manager at
He's
PSG
open to
if
it.
this type
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. He's
No,
open
I
to
know
it.
what you're talking about. What it was like, Zidane was completely close to the idea of club football because he wanted like French
Yeah,
national
yeah,
team. He
yeah.
wanted to manage that. Right now, at this moment, he's not completely close. That's the only thing that came out. Like he doesn't want to join us. He doesn't. He never said that he wanted to.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
what he's saying is that he's not going to reject us. That's the
He's not
only
denying.
rumor that
Yeah.
came out. Yeah, he's not. He doesn't.
Like he'll
It's not like I
consider
don't
it.
want to play.
It's not like if we saw Poch, like it's not done or something. Like he'll consider it.
Yeah, he'll just
Mm.
consider it. It's not like stone cold. Like Antonio Conte wants to play
Yeah.
for Man United. He
So the
Yeah.
board what the board needs to do is actually negotiate with him before the sack Porsche.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
It's like what
because
they did with Xavi. Yeah,
he has already rejected Man United,
yeah.
and that shows
Who
that
doesn't reject Man United?
Zidane is wanting the French job, but he thinks that the PSG opportunity right now is also an extremely big opportunity. It's the
It
biggest
will
club
come
in
first.
France. It's he has players that he has coached like Ramos and Navas, Hakimi, plus he has the French influence in Mbappe,
He
Kimpembe.
would have he would have a good step towards the French French national team captaincy if he actually does that. If he's
It's
not
for
directly
you,
going there.
Like the
It
first
depends
coach to
which
take
job
us
gets
to the
available
Champions League.
first. It depends on which job gets available first, to be honest. Because if we hold on to Poch until the summer, like he finishes the season,
Yeah, I don't think
and
he'll.
and the World Cup is
January.
in November,
Yeah.
like if France, like, he won't accept the job. If we sack him in August, let's say, or July or May, he won't accept the job. It's now, it's the latest it can be, it's December or January. That's when it can be. I think
It's all about timing. Yeah.
the best time will be at late December, so he has the January transfer window to work on,
Mm.
and we see from there.
Yeah. I mean, right now for me it's a very toxic situation at PSG right now. It's like we want to win games, but as long
the
as we
results
win
are there.
games, Pochettino will stay. Do we want our team to lose a game?
Thankfully, the results are there. Like as a PSG fan, my priority is to win.
Yeah, I know, right?
I care about the performance, but I care more about the win than the performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we get happy, but not as happy as we normally or should
I'm not
be.
enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah, we're
like,
not enjoying it,
I'm
but
happy that
yeah.
we won,
yeah, that's the thing with Poch. He
but it's
doesn't
not
play
enjoyable. Like
football.
I find
Yeah.
more enjoyment in watching, like Monaco versus Nice. I'm getting more enjoyment out of that.
Yeah. It's actually boring football because if someone can summarize the PSG game how it goes. So it's us having the ball, we pass it around to Wijnaldum,
Like
does
we
a
had
back pass,
60% possession
Back
yesterday.
pass.
but we don't
Yeah.
do
60%
anything with the possession. We don't take shots. We don't
It just
cross.
passes around the back.
Yeah. And most of our goals, it's individual ability.
Brilliant, sure.
Yeah, like if you look at Di
It's
Maria's
just
goal.
praying for someone to show up. It's just praying for someone
Yeah,
to fucking just show up.
Di Maria's goal is a perfect example. So he puts the ball to Neymar. Neymar just absolute beautiful, just simple touch, and Di Maria finishes it. I don't think that like any other players can do that. They aren't like world class.
Yesterday, if Neymar didn't play, I'm just saying Neymar. Like if Neymar didn't play,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have won. You know.
Yeah.
Like
If
we
Icardi
wouldn't have
was
won.
in the position of, let's say, a Neymar or Di Maria at that moment, like we wouldn't have scored. So
Yeah.
it's basically just individualism.
Yeah, we just have a squad which just can't lose. That's basically it. Like tactically, it's abysmal. If you ask me, we have
It
zero
can-
tactics. It's basically
It
just
can lose, but it won't lose in Liga. Like if we play Like play that against City at Etihad and see what happens.
Oh my god, we'll get banged. Oh, can't imagine. Play like that against City, like, oh my god, yeah, no.
Play that
Like, we wouldn't
against
last with them.
City in Etihad and see what happens, because City are also a very compact side that we play possession and they play possession. They play possession better than us,
Yeah,
so
we
there's
won't have
nothing to do.
possession. Yeah. Like with City, like if we try to play possession, we won't have the ball. Like even like last year, semi-finals, they had most of the ball. They had like 65% of the ball.
Yeah.
Like
Or
we
the
won't
past
get
game,
possession.
the past game we played, like if Bernardo Silva scored that chance, which he was in front of goal and missed it, the game would have been way different.
Yeah.
Offside.
We
Offside.
probably lost the
Momentum, yeah.
momentum of the
Offside.
crowd.
Yeah,
And
momentum. Yeah.
It was offside. It was offside, anyways.
The thing is, we have to
yes,
play
it was offside,
counter-attacking. We have to play counter-attacking against Man City, right?
Mm.
The real question is, can we defend again at home,
We have
at
to
their
play
home,
three
at
at
away?
back definitely. Okay, and no care. We have to play Hakimi. We have to play Nuno. We have to play Danilo, Marquinhos, and Kimpembe. And we have to play two midfielders. Not Wijnaldum, please, God no. Herrera or Gay. Herrera or Gay. And then we have to play Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe with not wide forwards. They have to come center like Salah plays for Liverpool. If we play like that, we have a chance of winning. We cannot let Keher or Wijnaldum play that game. Like, oh no, please. We would lose if they both play. I'm just saying.
True. True. I think we have talked about every point from the
Yeah.
game, about Pochettino, about the players, and the potential Zidane arrival at PSG. We will of course have a preview for the PSG versus Leipzig game. Yeah. Anyways, thanks Zaidi for being here.
By the way, we actually answered the question from the previous podcast, though.
And what was it?
Is Pochettino a donkey?
Oh yeah. Now I think Pochettino answered that question. He said like
Yeah.
in full of the
It's clear
the
now.
whole Parc des Princes, he was like, "I'm the donkey here, all right? I'm the fucking donkey." Not your daddy. Thanks also for being here,
Yeah. Thanks.
and of course Georgios.
thanks for the invite.
Well, as you all know, you're always welcome. We will do, of course, more PSG podcasts because right now it's a time that it's needed to do a podcast like every 3 days because it happens so much around the club with the Icardi stuff, with the Messi, and of course Pochettino.
Keeping
now
up with the
Zidane.
Cardians. I need a season. I finished the Kardashians 2 years ago, and now I need a new reality TV show.
Yeah,
watch.
Icardi, he's just gonna chill at PSG, I think. If he's not going to
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Hopefully he bounces in the summer.
Yeah. Like,
Newcastle does its miracle and gets him.
yeah, like,
Like we picked him over Keane. Like, I don't even know. Why.
yeah, we loved the last transfer window so much. But for me, the next transfer window, it may be even
way
more
more
important. Yeah, because first of all, Mbappe,
Yeah.
and then what we would replace him with. We have a bit of an aging attack. I think this is Di Maria's last season at PSG, so we won't be having him anymore. Maybe we'll see Icardi starting a lot of games if we do not replace Mbappe well. But
The next transfer
thing-
window
the
will
thing
be
I'm
all
hoping
about
for-
quality rather than quantity.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
transfer, we got 5 players. We'll get maybe 2 players, but they'll be really good players.
Yeah, we have Sarabia also coming back.
yeah.
So dear.
The thing I'm hoping for the most is that Barcelona's troubles continue, and we basically get De Jong.
Ooh.
Oh, he would be a really
That
good
would be a
midfielder.
perfect fit alongside Verratti. That is the player
Yeah.
that will change everything.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
Busquets.
definitely.
That's the Busquets that you were talking about.
No, De Jong.
Yeah, no. One of you guys said that we need a Busquets in the team, a player similar to
Yeah.
Busquets, and that's De Jong.
Yeah, a CDM, a proper CDM. Yeah.
Yeah. More. Anyways, other than that, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and put on notifications. See you guys. Peace.